You're listening to Back to the Roots podcast, Regional Farmer Updates, brought to you by Soil Biotics. Today we feature 2 Soil Biotics organic products for growing season use. Number 1 is Organic 3R Growth Boost. It is a liquid humic product which may improve nutrient uptake by the plant. It can be foliar applied along with nitrogen fertilizers, supplemental nutrients, and herbicide applications. The second product is SB 4400. It is a combination of beneficial microbes which can protect roots from disease, assist the plant in fixing nitrogen, help solubilize phosphates, and free up other nutrients. It helps to mitigate salt in the soils and aids in continuing residue breakdown. Soil Biotics organic products are formulated to work together to meet all your organic agricultural needs. See more at soilbiotics.com. Soil Biotics, providing full circle improvement for soil health and plant growth naturally.
You're listening to Back to the Roots podcast. This is the June Regional Farmer Updates episode, and just a note that John Banson wasn't available, so we don't have an update from the West Coast this month. And then Sam Dobson did have some connection issues at the beginning of his report, so I was able to edit that down somewhat, but it is a little choppy for the first minute or two. But we do have great reports from John Im, Sam Dobson, and Thomas Heckman, and we hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening.
Hi, this is John Im from Lancaster, Wisconsin. Doing our annual review here. So since last time we talked, weather's been just beautiful. We got done planting all of our corn, cut all my first crop hay and got that up in really good shape. The weather's been probably 75 to 85 degrees during the days and 60, 70s during the day, night. Yeah, about every week and a half, we've been getting about an inch of rain, so it's been pretty ideal. The temperature kind of dropped off this week a little bit, but it's looking like it's still going to be in the mid-70s to 80s. Grazing's been going pretty good. That hot weather 2 weeks ago really headed all my grasses out, so we're clipping them the last few days, hoping to get them up baled and letting the new stuff come up through. The cows are milking pretty decent. Got my corns all up probably 5 to 6 inches. I got it all but 25 inches for the first time already, and I'm hoping to finish the rest of it either probably tomorrow. And then we'll probably start back into the second pass here in another 6 to 10 days. Nut prices in our area has been really increasing. I think the last time I heard it was 18.5 for conventional. Feed price is about the same, about $200 to $240 for really good quality feed on the conventional side, and the corn's still down to the 3 and a quarter. If you're lucky. I think there has been some futures down into the 295, so that's not looking very good. Going to be filling up some of my paddocks and putting sorghum sedan in, and I might experiment with some. I gotta check with a couple people, but I think it was Harry Vetch. But other than that, everything's going good here. I think that's it for this month.
Good day, everyone. Hope everybody out there is in the land of organics and Organic Valley is doing well. Out here in the southeast, this is Sam Dobson, North Carolina, and we finally have seen the arrival of the extreme heat. We had a really hot week. Temperatures out in the 90s, and humidity stayed up 80 to 100% most of the week, and So we're starting to see the first this year, which is kind of a little late than where we normally are. So that's kind of been, we had a really good spring, and we're thankful for that. We're moving into the hot. I think most of the guys around here have got their summer annuals, the corn and the sorghum things planted, soybeans right now. So there'll still be some soybeans plant, but I think everybody's wrapping up the getting everything in the ground, and we've had just a great spring for grass grazing. Actually, here on our farm, we've made 2 good cuttings on a lot of our higher quality grasses. Our perennial mixes, which are orchard and some tall fescue and red clover, we've made 2 cuttings on, and we got 2 cuttings with our triticale and wheat or small grains and some of that this year too. So we feel good about it going into summer. We've really good on feed supply. So we got rain in the forecast coming up, and so hopefully we'll keep the adequate rain going and have good summer crops as well. The cows are, a lot of people are late lactation, and people are drying off now, and a lot of fall calving on the route down here, and so I think milk's really dropped off production-wise, and that'll continue for the next couple months. But then, looking like we'll be in good shape come fall. So overall, I'd say everything's going good. The world's kind of opening up back down here. A lot of restaurants have opened back up. We have seen some spikes as far as coronavirus in the last week in the areas, and I don't know if that's due to things opening back up or if there's other issues. So I'm sure some people are monitoring the whole situation, but they're trying to get the world going again down here, but seeing some signs that may or may not work. So I guess July we'll have a better handle of where the whole situation is. But grocery stores are pretty interesting to see. I was in one last weekend and got some Organic Valley creamer, and very little Organic Valley product on the shelves. I mean, it seems to be sold out, and where we normally would have got all the milks, all the whites, the skim 1%, 2% whole. I'm just seeing 2% whole. We can get some chocolate down here, creamer, but a lot of the other products are getting gone pretty quick. So I think that's exciting to see. I don't know. I'm sure there'll be a lot of research done into these trends or kind of the buying habits of consumers right now. I feel like it's going to be a lot of good data when all this includes that we'll be able to study and analyze and see what's been driving these things the last few months. But anyway, I think we're surviving and doing pretty well down here, and hope things are similar across the country, and looking forward to hearing what's going on everywhere else. Thank you.
This is Thomas Heckman from West Central Ohio with our June regional update. Weather for the past couple weeks. After the last report, we did get some rain finally. It rained on and off for about 2 weeks. We didn't do any field work. A little bit cooler weather. And then here warmed up there right at the end of May, and then into June here we've had some 80-degree days, been warm and nice. Crops really taken off, the stuff guys had planted. But most conventional farmers had everything planted there end of April, beginning of May. And there were some spotty fields and some rougher looking fields, had some frost damage. They're coming out of it now, but there's some thinner stands of corn, some replanting. So I was really glad I didn't plant any corn yet. We did get our corn planted here beginning of June 1st. We worked the ground we had 100 acres of corn we put out. So June 1st we worked everything once. We had it all plowed, worked down. had good moisture from the rain, so we hit her with field cultivator and rolling basket. We hit at an angle, and then Dad likes to hit at an angle, then hit it straight, and then I'll plant it. So we hit everything once at an angle, and then we hit one 25-acre field at home straight, and I got that planted on June 1st. And then June 2nd, he ran in front of me with the field cultivator and rolling basket, and I planted behind him. And we did the other 75 acres of corn. Planted really nice. We pushed it there in them 2 days. It's supposed to rain again, but it hasn't really rained yet. We got 2 times we got 2/10. Didn't really do much, but it's something. And the corn was up in 5 days. We could row it in 6 days. It looks really good. Really good. Really happy. Really good stand. Population really good. What we were shooting for. We didn't rotary hoe it. It's been dry. We haven't done any weed control yet, and we're going to get in next week and probably cultivate. It just, the weed pressure wasn't there, and we just felt that rotary hoeing was going to do more damage than good. I don't have a tine weeder. I'd be interested in one, but so we really happy. The only thing we got is we got some cutworm in some spots, and if anybody's got a good answer for that, let me know. That is one problem we keep running into each year, and haven't really had anything to really deal with it. The rest of the crops, we put a lot of oats out. If you remember, we don't have anything, any hay left over. It's all got junked. So the oats looked really good, and the earlier oats, and the one field here at Dad's place, it had some water damage now. It turned yellow on us. It's kind of coming out of it. The alfalfa's there. It looks tougher, though. The other early field, it's not as bad. Both were tiled farms, so it just, I didn't think it would be as bad because the rains we did get, they were slow. I mean, we did have, I don't know, 3-4 inches of rain, but they came slow over a week's time, and they all left and drained away. It didn't sit long, but I just was too much at once, I guess. And the later oats looks good, but I feel we put 2 tons of chicken litter on that, and as an experiment, we're going to combine that oats, and I think that's really helping her keep it going because it's got a nice dark green color across it. Most guys are side dressing around here, 28, so wheat's starting to turn, or triticale's starting to turn. The clover is really nice in that, so I'm hoping to make some hay off of that. So we feel like grain farmers this year because we're not used to not making any hay, so it's kind of a different feeling, getting caught up on a lot of extra just projects around the farm, cleaning up and whatnot. Cows and pasture, grass has been good. We're a second time over. I got 6 more days of the second time over grazing, and now I'll have 2 months in of grazing, and I'll start my 3rd time. We clipped everything after the second pass. A lot of it's growing back nice, but for this past stuff we've grazed in the last week, we could really use a rain. A nice rain would kick everything off really good again. The clovers look good after a second pass, so we got another 2-3 weeks of good grazing if it doesn't rain. If it rains, then they'll keep going. So we'll see. Cows they're milking okay, around 60 pounds, 3.5 fat, 3 protein. I'm happy. I mean, we could be getting some more milk out of them, but I don't know, then I'm pushing over quota too much, so we're kind of holding there, just playing that game. So nothing's really changed. So grazing's it's been a great spring for that. I can't even say that enough. It's been the best we have in a long time. So, and locally, I mean, crops are pretty decent. Stuff with all COVID and everything. I mean, a lot of stuff's opened back up. People are going back to work. I know some guys they're talking maybe some layoffs here now coming up. So I don't know, haven't really heard much. Supply chains and stuff. People are out. I mean, anymore. It seems like everybody's just out and about, and there's not a whole lot going on. People worried about it anymore. There's been, I know, a couple of cities have done some small protests. We didn't have any rioting close to us. So other than that, things have been going really good here. Weather's been good. So like I said, we could use another rain. So kind of odd. Last year we was hoping it wouldn't rain. So that's my report from West Central Ohio.